Hi, welcome to our week looking at some of the common issues that people face with Excel. So yesterday we looked at when you don't press the enter key after entering data and the ribbon isn't available. And today we're going to look at the mouse pointer in Excel. Now the mouse pointer in Excel is really important. If you look at the way the pointer moves around the screen, it is constantly changing shape, and those shapes do different things. If you get the wrong shape, it does the wrong thing. So for example, this thin black cross is used for copying formula or creating a sequence. So for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You have to be in the bottom right hand corner of a cell for that to appear. The thick white cross is used for highlighting purposes. So if I wanted to make a lot of headings bold or change the colour, I would make sure my mouse pointer looked like that before I highlighted. And finally, there's the mouse pointer that looks like a four-headed arrow, and you would use this for moving. So let me just move across to Excel and just demonstrate how these work. So we're in our Excel sheet here. So the first one we're going to look at is the copying a formula. So if I click on cell D2, and if you look up there in my formula bar, you'll see there is already a formula entered, but I want the same thing to happen in these two empty cells. So as I said, I'm going to get that thin black cross. So if I hover the mouse in the bottom right hand corner of that cell, I need to make sure my cursor's on that cell first of all, and then I can click and I can drag down, and that will give me the other answers. So that's the first thing, that's the cell handle. Now the other mouse pointer was the highlighting. So this is the thick white cross which you could see at the moment. So I'm going to highlight my headings, apples, pears and bananas. So I'm going to make sure my mouse looks like a thick white cross. I'm going to click and drag down, and then I can go to the top of the screen, and let's just use bold there. And because I've highlighted all those cells, it will make it bold. Now there's one other mouse pointer I haven't covered, so let's click on cell B4, and I'm going to go to the bottom of that cell. And can you see the difference? So from the bottom right, I get a thin cross with no arrows, but if I move slightly to the left, it develops arrowheads, and if I get those arrowheads, I can click and I can just drag down and I can move that cell. Now often people end up doing that by accident, and that is why sometimes you will go to highlight, and instead of highlighting you will try and move something, and then Excel comes up with a message like this: there is already data here. And that's because instead of highlighting, it is actually moving the data in the cell. Just going to cancel that message. So there are three types of mouse pointer that have a big effect on what we do in Excel. So when you're doing any action, just look at the mouse, see what shape it is, and make sure it's the right shape for the right action. And hopefully that should stop a lot of issues occurring. Good luck, and tune in tomorrow for our next commonly found issue.